Mastering the passive voice with must. Hello, English learners. Welcome back to our series on the passive voice. Today, we're zeroing in on an interesting aspect of this grammatical structure, using must in the passive voice. We'll understand how must can change the tone and meaning of our sentences when used in a passive construction. So, let's dive right in. Before we jump into the passive voice, let's first refresh our memory on the modal verb must. In English, must is used to express necessity or strong recommendation. It signifies that something is essential or needs to be done. For example, you must finish your homework, or we must visit the museum. Now, let's move to our main topic, the use of must in the passive voice. It's pretty straightforward. The structure we follow is subject plus must plus be plus past participle. For example, the work must be done by tomorrow. In this sentence, it is necessary that the work is completed by someone, not necessarily the speaker or listener, by the next day. Let's form some more sentences to get a better grasp of this concept. 1. Active. You must wash the dishes. Passive. The dishes must be washed. 2. Active. We must submit the report. Passive. The report must be submitted. 3. Active. They must clean the room before leaving. Passive. The room must be cleaned before leaving. In each case, the focus shifts from the person doing the action, active voice, to the action itself, passive voice. Also, in the passive voice, we don't always need to mention who performs the action. Using must in the passive voice often brings a formal or serious tone to your communication. It is particularly useful in written instructions, formal requests, or rules. For example, in a workplace setting, you might see a notice saying, "Personal belongings must be stored in lockers." So that wraps up our lesson on using must in the passive voice. Keep practicing these structures, and soon, it'll become second nature to you. Remember, mastering a language is all about understanding its nuances, and every little detail like this helps shape our language proficiency. Stay tuned for more English grammar fundamentals. Until then, happy learning!